Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nishant Singhai, and I would like to welcome you all to the Amity University online webinar on online degree and diploma programs for learners in Africa, offered by Amity University Online in collaboration with Government of India. We would be starting with the we would be starting with the webinar soon. Till that time, I would request my colleagues to interact with you.
Hello, friends, and I am Professor Avinash Kumar, and I'm the director of this program. And then I have Professor Andrew Day here, is the director academics. He will take you to the journey of academics and throughout your tenure of education. Then we have the most important and valuable person is Somit Chatterjee. He's the person from the support side, and you can disturb him anytime that you feel like, and because we claim it to be a 24/7 support system, and he's the head of that with a very big team. And for any trouble or any problem that you may be facing in your during your academic time, you can always access. So today's agenda is that we all will display or give a small little presentation so that you understand proper about Amity Education Group. It's and especially Amity Online program. It's the commencement of the program through online. Everything that we'll talk, our director academics will take you to that journey also. And then we have a very key member from the TCIL. He is Sumantro. TCIL is one of the partner of Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. We have also Mr. Vikas. Sumantro is from the NSIG, and he will. They are very key members and supporting Ministry of External Affairs for carrying out this program. Then we have Mr. Vikas from the TCIL, as the one who is responsible for all this IT support and marketing support of this program. He's the one who take all the partner university of India around the African partner countries. And that is how this is the small little presentation. We are expecting a very key member from Ministry of External Affairs to come and join. He is Mr. Rishi Paul, and he could join us anytime during this conversation. So these are the members in panel and would be quite useful to you. After the presentation, they would be available for the question answer session. So great if some question which pertains to the ministry, there are 2-3 key members to answer to this query. The rest of the procedures, that how to enroll, how to join, eligibility, etc. We are just trying to give a presentation through the videos. We have beautiful videos that we have organized for you, and we will share that those videos on your email, and you can always access to these. You can understand this. So this is how you do, and so it's all that beautiful organization. We have organized everything in a beautiful manner. So it is all up to you as how you take this the entire journey, entire procedure of academics. So over to you, Nishant.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving a brief about what the day would look like. Uh, we have somewhere around 400 attendees right now, but I think we are getting very late, so we should start the webinar.
And I would request the aspiring candidates, in case if their friends are expecting to join this, they should convey them to come and join it immediately before they miss the bus.
Right, sir. So let us start with the webinar. Okay. Welcome all. It is a beautiful day, and I can see there are more than 400 applicants joined for this session. It is a proud moment for all of us that the the vision of the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, is coming true by offering 15,000 scholarships through this project in the next 2 years in African countries. Amity University has left no stone unturned, and it is because of our visionary leader, founder president, Amity Education Group, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, that we have been successfully providing online education in 135 countries of the world, including 40 countries in Africa since 2009, and has educated over 200,000 students in the last 1 decade. Quickly, I will walk you through the agenda of today's session. A brief overview of Amity University by the Director of Amity Directorate of Distance and Online Education, followed by an academic presentation by Director Academics. Then Head Student Support will walk us through the student support system. Thereafter, we will have question and answers round. I would like to request you all to utilize the space on the right side of your screen, captioned as questions, to put your queries. Now, before kicking off, any Amitian. Now, I would like to invite Professor Avinash Kumar for giving a brief overview of Amity University. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Nishant. Dear friends, it was only today when I set my mental string free to ponder over the happiness of recent and past. And that reminded me the first phase of Pan Africa program, which started way back in the year 2009, initiated by then President Dr. Kalam, a great scientist. Dr. Kalam, on an international forum, he announced that he's going to present a very valuable gift to African friends. The people were very excited that what is this gift all about? He later revealed that this is, yes, this is most prestigious gift in form of education. And since then, this project started. We are currently in the second phase of the program called E-Vidya Bharati project, an initiative of Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. Besides the other features of E-Vidya Bharati project, the best part of this project is that this project and the delivery of this project is completely online. This includes the registration part, the classes, the regular, the classes, the live and the virtual recorded, the submission of assignments online, the chat with our mentor, the chat with program coordinator, course coordinator, the submission of assignments, and above all, the examination, which is also the online. Uh, the entire description of academic procession would be explained in the latter part of the presentation by my colleague. But prior to that, it becomes my responsibility to take you to the journey of Amity Education Group through a slide presentation. I hope the screen is visible. Nishan, please confirm.
Yes, sir, it is.
On the screen, you can see as the most visionary Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan is the president of Amity Group. He's the one who brought this unique and wonderful concept of Amity Education Group to us and to the entire universe. The most dynamic chancellor of the university and also the president of group is Dr. Atul Chauhan ji. We have also Mr. Ajit Chauhan, who is the chairman of Amity Online and also deputy president of the group. Why we call is Amity is Asia's largest education group. It has all the region because Amity has 175,000 students. We have 6,000 faculties and scientists. 11 regulated universities, 150 institutions, overseas campuses, including London, Singapore, New York, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, Mauritius, South Africa, Kenya, Amsterdam, San Francisco, and Tashkent. We have 26 international schools and preschools. We have 2,000 acres of campuses. We have 20 million square feet of the building, 300 programs covering 60 disciplines, 1,200 patents held by the faculty members, 2,700 case studies, 300 research projects, 300,000 alumni across the world. And that is the region we call it Asia's one of the largest education group. One of the unique things that I'm going to share with is Amity University Online is the first university in country to obtain the approval for offering the online degrees. We have been permitted to offer 24 courses under bachelor's, master's, and PG diplomas. The prestigious ranking nationally and internationally, one is that the Amity Online program recognized by University Grant Commission, which is an apex body of Indian education system. Then Amity University is also certified by NRF ranking, which ranks Amity University 37 in a university category. The NAC, the highest accreditation body in country which has certified Amity University, is the highest as A+ grade. The QS, international QS ranking, is given Amity MBA, Amity Online MBA as #1 in Asia and overall number 33 in the world. About the Pan Africa project, which I've already explained, which was initiated in the year 2009, and we had 53 African countries were the partner of these initiatives. You'll also be very happy to know that out of the total population, Amity served to approximately 80%. It means 80% of the total strength student graduated from Amity. The countries under EWAB network project, you can see the recently added country is Seychelles. Otherwise, all this on your monitor. We have, as of now, 17 countries as a partner, African countries, where we are accessing our programs to. The most prominent thing, by now you would have gone to our website, but it is my duty, in fact, to take you to the program's details. We're offering the most prestigious, the most sought after programs: Masters of Business Administration, Master of Computer Application, Master of Commerce in Financial Management, MA Journalism and Mass Communication, Bachelors of Business Administration, Bachelors of Computer Application, Bachelors of Commerce, Bachelors of Arts, Tourism Administration, Bachelors of Arts, Journalism and Mass Communication, Bachelors of Arts is now General Bachelors of Arts. So these are the program in degree side, in postgraduate and undergraduate. We have the other programs which are in the postgraduate diploma, which are in 13 disciplines. You can see varied in the various disciplines. Why you should do the program through Amity Online? One of the few out of the few features has been highlighted here. It is why? Because we have world-class curriculum. We believe in designing the world-class curriculum. We take all such impetus, in fact, to help the students to for the best of the curriculum. And we always take this support from the industries and the best of the academicians. We have the provision of live and recorded lectures. If you miss out to attend the live classes, you can always attend the virtual recorded classes as per your convenience, as per your ease. Then we timely regulate webinars and by the industry leaders. Then we have the biggest feature is the virtual job fair and career assistance for the students desiring for the jobs, international collaborations with Ivy League universities, and easy to use LMS accessible anytime, anywhere. So all this feature would be described and explained by our fellow colleague in the next presentation. Some of the very unique initiative you'll be happy to learn, because you probably might not have found all such facilities uh, in any of the online program or in any of the distant education program, not for that matter, not even in the regular this thing. So which are about the Think Talk, a very unique talk show online that introduces audience to budding trends and trending topics of the time. So this is something, one of the very unique, where we invite the people from the different part of the world. In fact, from the industry, from the corporate, from the public sector, from the government, from the academia. So every from the different sphere of the of the world, we invite the people to deliver so that you take the full advantage of this. Then we have Amity Future Workforce. One of the unique feature that I'm going to explain it about is the virtual job fair. Amity virtual job fair conducted by Amity University Online is an all one digital platform where the alumni of Amity University and also the corporate members, they assemble to one platform digitally, and they exchange their view, and they have a different procedure of interviewing their students, and basis of their credentials the students are selected. So this is one of the very unique feature, and I'm sure internationally the student would also be benefited through these opportunities. Then one of the unique feature of Amity alumni, which is a very strong support of Amity Online. I would not like to take much of your time, as brevity of soul of wit. I would like to content my presentation here, and we will definitely meet for the question and answer session. I would like others to take it forward. Over to you, Nishant.
Thank you, Professor Avinash Kumar. Now, how we do it, and as a student, what are you expecting in the learning environment? I would like to hand over the virtual space to the Director Academics, Professor Andril Day. Over to you now, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Nishant, and hello, everyone. It was a interesting journey through which we, you know, came through this year since 2009. So over this decade, uh, Amity University not only has, delivered world-class curriculum across students across the world, but it has also established a very close connect with the African nation and the African students. Uh, Now, my work today is to, ensure that we let you know how exactly academics is delivered in the online environment to our students across the world. So, as my previous fellow members also talked about the widespread of our students, which spreads to around 135 to 150 countries across the world. So let's see and understand how exactly this is done. So I have a brief presentation for you, which I will open, and we can go through the presentation to understand how it happened. So Nishant, if you could confirm if the screen is visible.
Yes, sir, the screen is available.
All right, thank you. All right, so what we'll be talking about is the academic delivery approach that we follow in Amity University Online. So in this, give me 1 second. Right. So we have designed and defined the curriculum and the learning experience in a way that it's an end-to-end online process. So right from the time you take admission with us to the time you graduate from this program, it's a complete end-to-end integrated online process that you get. Uh, 24/7 access to e-learning content that is available to you through and is delivered to you through a world-class LMS learning management system, which will see how exactly the delivery happens. So at Amity, we always understand that in the virtual learning environment, and this exactly we have learned over the years, is there are different kinds of learners, and we need to have a curriculum, we need to have a learning delivery model that is flexible to the learner needs, and can the learners can adapt themselves, can create their own navigation path to the content that is delivered to the students. So here on the screen we're seeing some samples of kind of students that we would normally have, like a diligent student who is completing in time, or a high-flying busy executive who is juggling between work and study, or someone who was studying, but suddenly there's some work commitment or family pressure that has come in, and it's kind of delaying the academics that they're trying to get from us. So broadly, different kind of learners like these, and there could be more categories, actually help us, and uh, can navigate through the curriculum that we are giving in a very nice way. So what we have done is we have created a learning path which is very, very flexible to needs of the different kind of learners that you have seen. So it's a blended online learning environment which is independent and self-directed, which means each student can actually carve their pathway to the content that has been delivered to them. And definitely it has been created with the help of world-class international faculties, is relevant with inputs from the industry. So it's definitely very, very engaging. And since it is online, it is available anytime and anywhere to you uh, for whenever you need to study. So moving forward, so if you look at this presentation, this is actually trying to define the approach that we take for delivering the content or delivering the education to you. So as I mentioned that number one is, if you look from the left and look at it clockwise, so we have a flexible learning path which is relevant to needs of all the kind of learners. We combine the best of the two teaching methods, which means we give you world-class asynchronous content, and we back it up with live lectures and face-to-face teaching and learning, and we blend that in a way that it is very easy for anyone to understand the concepts, then discuss about the details, and finally take the assessment. The entire content is actually delivered in 4 quadrants, where you learn through the core concepts delivered in an easy to understand manner. You practice, uh, so you are guided to solve multi-step problems in a systematic step-by-step process. Then you refer to the different additional resources that is provided to you over and above the content that is given to you as a part of the curriculum. And finally, you reinforce the learning and figure out how much you have understood a particular topic by a self-assessment, where you need to take that assessment, and you can understand where do you stand, whether you can move ahead or whether you need to redo a set of the content or the topic that you're talking about. Apart from that, this is something very, very unique that we follow in Amity Online, and uh, I don't think you would ever find something like this anywhere in the world in any other university, which is what we are doing at the end of the day is not only preparing you or delivering you the degree or the diploma that you are enrolling with us for, but what we are also doing is we are ensuring that you meet the demands of the industry, that 4.0, which means the industry which is highly technical in nature and requires different set of skills that are required from the employees in that industry. So we ensure, as per the demands of the industry, we give you cross-functional skills. And how do we do that? We do that by ensuring that uh, all the classes that are being held at Amity Online are open to all the students, which means, say for example, any one of you have taken admission in MBA and probably has a work requirement which relates to photography or say travel and tourism, and you don't understand the concept, but you need to give a presentation tomorrow. You can seriously go and sit in any of the classes which is related to that and is happening in Amity Online. Ask your questions to the SMA in that live class that is happening, and the next day implement that knowledge that you have gained into your work life. So at the end of the day, what we are doing is we are ensuring that it is an open education policy that we follow. You are most welcome to study the program that you are enrolled in, but at the end of the day, you are also most welcome to go and sit into any of the classes where you need to have some additional knowledge for. So this is a very, very unique training methodology that we have followed, and you definitely not find it anywhere in the world. So the entire education delivery model is done very scientifically through a method that we call the flipped classroom. So when you look at the method of delivery, there is a set of activities that you need to do before the class. During the class, there is a high level of lecture and discussion that happens, interaction that happens with the faculty as well as your peers who are attending the class. And post the class, you reinforce the knowledge through additional reading and self-assessment, which ensures that it lets you know how far you have understood or whether you need to revisit some of the contents or not. So I'll describe about this a little more later as well. So this entire learning education delivery that we talked about is delivered to you through an integrated learning portal which we call Amigo, which is Amity on the go, or in Spanish it means friend. So it's a very, very unique learning management system, one of a kind, which has been developed by Amity for giving world-class education delivery. So whenever you are enrolling with us, you will get an access to this platform, and you can actually navigate through whatever I've talked about within this platform itself. So here in the screenshot, we're looking at a set of courses that is given to all the students who enroll with Amity as a mandate, which is a certificate in professional life skills, which actually ensures any student who is enrolling with us actually goes out with these soft skills and these life skills and the professional skills, uh, uh, and is actually validated through a certificate that they can get from here. And this is given to 100% of our students who have enrolled with Amity Online. And apart from that, we also give a very good course on advanced Excel. So all of these, as I said, is trying to ensure that you go out of Amity not only with that piece of degree that you have enrolled for, but as an all-round professional with cross-domain knowledge, with professional and life skills, and very good skills in advanced Excel, where you can actually do everything with the data, and which is the demand of the industry tomorrow. So this is a snapshot of what happens in the online classroom. This is again something that is given to 100% of the students. So the students get access to the open calendar, as we talked about, which gives access to the students to all the programs that they can navigate through, apart from the program that they have enrolled for. It's an open classroom of live classes, and it is ensuring cross-domain knowledge. It also has different academic activities that are happening throughout the year for different programs and the students. And the live classes that happens are definitely the cherry on the cake, which actually helps to ensure that the content is delivered in a much more effective manner. So this is exactly how the content is delivered to a student in the 4 quadrants, as we talked about. So the first quadrant and the second quadrant, the e-tutorials and the e-content, which is consisting of the audio and the video lectures and textual content, is delivered pre-class. So if you remember the flipped classroom model, this is delivered pre-class so that the students come by reading this material, going through these videos, prepared with the concept to discuss with the SME and the peer. So after the first 2 quadrants are complete, then we have the live classes in between, where the knowledge or the concepts that has been studied by the student is actually discussed, and the case-based approach is taken to ensure that the content and the concept is delivered to the student properly. And after the student comes out, then they get access to different web resources and additional reference materials through which they reinforce their knowledge, and finally take a self-assessment to check their understanding, followed by assignments that are given to them. So this is how exactly the learning content for the coursework that you do with us. And on the left hand side in the blue, you see the different portions of the content that are also available to you. So moving forward, each content or each course that you see actually is delivered to you in a modular learning path. So where you see that the different portions of the content are divided into a total of 5 modules, and each of these modules is divided into these 4 quadrants that we talked about. So once you have completed a module, you have done your assignment, then you move on to the next module, and so on and so forth till you reach the last module. Once you have done all the modules, you have done all the assignments uh, with us, then you become eligible for doing the term and examination for that particular course. So this is a snapshot of the assessment pattern. So when we looked at the internal assessment that we had seen in this slide, so this consists of 30% in form of the weightage, and a term and assessment that happens, which consists of 70% of the weightage. So when a total of 100% of these two components come in, we finally are able to grade a student for that particular course. And this is how the mark sheet looks like. This is how a sample degree might look like. So with this, I would like to end my presentation, and we'll meet you back for the question and answer sessions. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Day. You have certainly created one of the best methodologies in the online learning space. Please allow me to inform our applicants that a recording of this event will be shared with you all for your replays. Thank you, Sumita.
Nishant, I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see.
Thank you. So hello everyone, I'm Sumit Chatterjee. I head the student support, and obviously once you enroll yourself in any of the programs, in the entire journey you'll have a lot of queries, questions. You might need a lot of hand holdings at any given point of time. You need a lot of mentoring and coaching. And that's what we do as a student support team. We ensure that we are sticking with you in your entire journey. from day one to help you out that how you actually log into your student portal till the time you are actually gets graduated and your convocation is done. So that's the entire role of our student support team, and that's what we say: service, support, and success. So student support team will be responsible for directing the Amity University online students through his entire program journey with outcome in academic and professional success. So the whole idea is that we ensure that at any given point of time, if you're stuck, you need any help, any support in terms of maybe some technical support or maybe academic support, the student support team is always available with you. And in the due course of time, I'll also tell you that how well we are connected with each and every student to ensure that he is not facing any challenges in the entire journey. So a student life cycle is, if you see, it's a goal, that's the student program goal. You have basic normal touch points wherein you do not have to get connected with the student support team members. Rather, the student support team members proactively will connect with you. And your pain points would be more to do with an academics or sometimes maybe technology or maybe administrative. What any kind of a pain point or maybe grievance or a complaint or a query, this entire student support team is aligned accordingly. So if you see, the academic and assessment goal would be what? And acquiring requisite learning outcomes on daily, weekly, monthly, and session wise. We ensure that our student support team is helping you out day in, day out to ensure that if you're stuck anywhere or you're not being able to complete something or your daily learnings, we ensure that we are get connected with you with various platforms, and we ensure that you've been able to complete the task which has been given or which has to be supposed to be completed on that particular day. Similarly, any administrative or financial challenges, or you're not able to pay the fees or whatever, the student support team is engaged with you. We define learner professional goals aligned with the program outcomes, activity and support services which will help you to assist on your career and the life cycle, life skills as well. Now I'll tell you, look, because we stay apart, you're in a different country, we are in a different country, but that doesn't stop us to get connected. As a student support for Amity University Online, what we do is we create a omni-channel support for all our students. When I say omni-channel, which means that we have given all the possible platforms through which a student can actually connect with us. So a connection point can be an email, a connection point can be a phone call, a connection point can be a WhatsApp message, a connection point call can be an SMS. So we are always connected, and maybe a social media platform. So how exactly we work is we use a lot of AI based tools through which you can get connected with our student support team members. When we will give you a generic email address through which you can always drop in an email, and that email automatically gets converted to a particular ticket which gets assigned to one of maybe the student counselors or the student relationship managers. Now the responsibility of this student relationship manager would be to ensure that within 48 hours he gives you a resolution of your particular query. Plus, we also have an inbound number which is available 24/7, 365 days, 7 days a week. We in the recently what we have done, which has maybe none of the other universities has ever thought of doing it, is that we have assigned a student relationship manager, which is assigned to every student. Now, for an example, if I'm a student and I have a query, I don't know whom to connect. So I can directly go and I just drop a WhatsApp message to my student relationship manager, and that student relationship manager is always assigned to me, ensuring that I'm not maybe at any given point of time I'm not maybe getting disconnected with him. He or she always ensures that my studies are going fine, my assignments are on time, my project work is submitted, I'm able to give my exams properly. If I needed academic support, the student relationship manager always ensure that your all the points are getting connected with the right person. Now, the student relationship manager is available on a WhatsApp with you. A student relationship manager is available through an email with you and on a phone call as well. Along with that, what we do, we do a program called Ask Friday. So that's an event that we do on every Friday, which is basically, and again, an online through a Zoom call, wherein you can get connected with our student support team. You can chat with them, you can talk to them, you can do a video call with them and ensure that whatever queries they have, you are getting a resolution there and then itself. So it's a 2 hours event that happens every Friday without fail. Plus, if in case you are facing any challenges, you always have a social media platform. You can get connected through our Facebook Messenger, or maybe through our Instagram, or maybe Twitter as well. Um, uh, Plus, as soon as you get enrolled, the first thing that how you get connected with your relationship manager, that your relationship manager will give you a call, a welcome call, and this welcome call will tell you that how your entire journey will begin, how to log in, how to use your LMS, where to study, what to study, how to study. So this welcome call and a welcome email will tell and brief you everything possible. Um, um, Plus, as I said, that we have a WhatsApp broadcast group, which will become a part of automatically. So any important notifications related to your assignment links, project work, examination, important dates, everything gets broadcasted through these broadcast groups so that you do not miss out. Sometimes there might be a possibility that you're missing out on an email, but WhatsApp is one platform which has the maximum coverage all across the globe. And we create WhatsApp groups for you so that you're always connected with your relationship manager. You are always updated. You always know that what is coming in new, all important notifications, and everything is actually available with you at any given point of time. So this is the entire way that a student support team works. The whole idea is that we coach you, we mentor you, we guide you, we get connected with you, we ensure you that you are not facing any problem in your entire journey, and you have a fantastic journey overall with Amity University Online. Thank you so much, everyone. Over to you, Nishant.
Thank you, Sumit. That sounds like a massive student support system delivered so flawlessly. Now, this brings to the end of the webinar program from Amity University Online. I would take this privilege to give the word of thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to have been asked to propose to the word of thanks on this webinar. I, Nishant Singhai, on behalf of the entire team of Amity University Online, extend a hearty vote of thanks to the participants from 17 countries of Africa for gracing us with your presence today. I must mention a deep sense of appreciation for Professor Avinash Kumar, who is the founding director of the Distance and Online Education programs with Amity University Online. I would also like to express my sincere thanks to the Professor Andril Day, Director Academics, and Mr. Sumit Chatterjee, Head of Student Support System, who has been supporting us with the best academic and student support system. We thank you all for being us with this evening. Now, before the end of the session, we would like to take the question and answers round with everybody over here. I have also taken liberty of answering some of the questions to you privately on the questions box, but still there are few questions which we believe that everybody should have the answers to, because these are more of the general questions. This question is from Prince Azuma. I received an email from Amity Online to submit my academic details, but the portal is not allowing me to upload the documents. Now, the portal has been the portal at the government side and at the Amity side has been made such that they will guide you in each steps on how you can fill and start and complete your application. But still, you need not worry about it. You have the email address to support@amityonline.com. Just send us an email that you are not able to complete the form online, we will give you a call back and help you out with step-by-step process. Now there's another common question from Abdullah Jallo. I believe he has left, but I should address this we should address this question. How can I apply, please? Now we have given a detailed video on that, but still, it's a very simple thing you can do is go on amityonline.com/iLearn. There's a small form over there. Just drop your details over there, and then we will give you a call back with with all the information and your next steps. But also we will share the video which we have shown in the webinar to you so that you guys can help yourself for starting and completing the application form. This question is from Bright Mabondo. He has applied for Master of Commerce last semester, but he wasn't considered. But this time, when he can apply for the same program, or if he wants to change the program, just send us an email that you would like to apply for this program or another program in this session. We will take your earlier application, we'll make changes at our backend, change the program. We'll ask if there are any additional documents required from your end, and then you can proceed over there. It'll give you a go ahead, and then your application will be shared with the Ministry of External Affairs for recommending the scholarship. Now there's another question which has come up. It's a very common question, and this question I would request Professor Day to help us out with answering this one. The question is, what would be written on the degree? It would be written as an online learning or something else.
Okay, so when we talk about the degree, the nomenclature of the program would be written on the degree. So if you have enrolled for a program, say Master of Business Administration, that is exactly what would be written in the degree, and the mode of education is written towards the bottom, because that's how the mandate of the Government of India is.
Thank you, Professor Day. Going to the next question is, will the recording of this webinar will be shared with them, with all of you? Yes, tomorrow, but in 24 hours, you will get an email from our side with the link to the recording of the video. You can download and play it as many times you want. Next question is for the content. What is included in the content when we talk about the learning management system? Professor Avinash Kumar,
I think I'll take that up.
Sure, sir.
If it is related to content.
Sure, sir.
So when we talk about the content that is delivered, it is delivered through the learning management system, as you rightly said, and this content is broken up into different kind of resources. So A would be conceptual videos that are recorded by international faculty members, that would be backed up by reading material, and the reading material would then be backed up by the live classes, which would be further backed up by additional reading materials to reinforce the learning that has been delivered, and finally would be backed up by self-assessment, or small quizzes through which you can understand how much you have understood that particular concept, whether you're going to apply, or whether you'll be able to apply that or not. So all of these would then be followed up by assignments for each of the modules, as we saw in my presentation, and further, towards the end of the semester, you will have the term and examinations, which will sum up all the assessments that has been done so far. So I hope that answers the query.
Definitely, sir. The next question which I can take is, what documents do you need to apply for a master's program? Okay, in a very simple language, for a bachelor's program, you need to have your school certificates. For example, if you're coming from Uganda, you need to have UCE and UACE. Or if you are coming from Malawi, you need to have MSCE. So whatever schools is government recognized schools over there, school education education board is over there, you need to provide those certificates which are issued by the examination body, not the result slips. When you talk about the masters, you will provide all those documents which are required for a bachelor's program. In addition to that, you would also have to provide graduation degree and transcripts. You have to keep that in mind that the graduation degree and transcripts will only be considered from an international recognized university. I hope this sum up the it gives the answer for the question on what all documents do we require. There's a little change this time. I believe you all must have heard in the last session, giving a passport and a national ID both was mandatory. But this time, you have to provide either the passport or the national ID to apply for the program. That's it. It's very simple, plain documents which are required from your side.
But Nishant, I would like to add on. Ideally,
Please.
passport. If no passport available, then probably you can go ahead with the national ID.
Passport would be preferred way of completing the application, because the reference check would be done by the Indian missions in your local country. And if you are provided the passport, then obviously it would pass in the process. But if you don't have the passport, you can always provide a government recognized national photo ID, which can be your driving license as well. It should have a photo in it. It should have an expiry date. It should have your name clearly, and it should be issued by the government of the country. The next question is that there are some people from the countries where the scholarship is not available. How to act for that? We are the Ministry of External Affairs is constantly working on that. That to include more and more countries into this scholarship. Currently, these are the 17 countries from which the admissions will be taken up for the scholarship. But I hope we will have more countries in the next session. All right, sir. All the rest questions are have been taken up. Uh, Before I end this webinar, I would like to again tell you a few things. One is the webinar recording will be shared with you. Please do not worry about it. Second, the email address to reach us for any admission query is support@amityonline.com. I'm writing it on the chat also. You can copy and paste it. Now, I would also like to request, if we are already not in advanced stages with you for completion of your application form, if you are new to this scholarship program, or if you want to start talking to us for applying for this scholarship, you can also go on amityonline.com/ilearn. Over here, when you would submit your details on what program do you want to apply for and your contact details, we will come back to you with the exact requirement of the documents, or we will also call you and explain you what would be your next step. Right.
Nishant,
That's it.
if I can request you to kindly highlight your mobile number through chat box, and the concerned person number will be very effective for the students to connect.
Sure, definitely, sir. Let me just write my WhatsApp number over here. This is the official WhatsApp number. You can either directly call me on this number, or the better way is to write up in WhatsApp that you would like to apply for the scholarship program, and we'll tell you the next steps for the application form. Is that okay, sir?
Yes, absolutely.
So before I end, do you want to say something?
Unfortunately, there has been some problem with my camera. But yes, dear friends, dear aspiring candidates, Amity, as we mentioned that on the very first university to get this approval from the apex body in country and into the services of African students for last approximately about 1.5 decade, we would suggest and request you to go to our website and find our credentials and let us join this program. Let us take the advantage of this program. It's a free scholarship program, and join and take the advantage of education. Thank you, Anisha.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you so much, sir. I'm ending the session over here.
Thank you, everyone.